Hey guys and girls. I know, a bit scruffy, same clothes as what I always wear, but you know, I'm working on cars. If I'm crawling underneath them, I ain't gonna wear my best stuff, so you know. Besides, I've got like 3 or 4 of these shirts. Anyway, I think I've figured it out. What's up with this thing? Clever boy here has widened the fuel pump back to front. They still work, but not as good as they should do. Well, I've already wired it up. I've just been playing around with my tripod here trying to get it set up, so hopefully now we're going to see if it runs or not. I'm hoping it does. Batteries has been recharged, so we'll see what it does. Oh, I'm hoping this works this time. Ignition and firing. That sounded good. Let's try it with a bit of throttle and see what happens. If I can get in. Yes, Mom?
Come and get this.
I'm going to. That's final injection. Let me stick the exhaust on this thing. I bet it will run perfect. Oh. Well, there's been no fuel chucked down in that throttle body since I last tried to get it running, and that was definitely final injection there, so I'm pretty sure that's going to run. There's a bit of teething problems there. I'm not sure what that's all about, but well, lambda sensor is kind of not in the exhaust, so that could be part of it. Map sensor is a good question. I don't know where that is. Oh, it's down here. That is plugged in, and it is plugged into the manifold, so that should be fine. That was my ECU light, guys and girls. Yeah, that seemed pretty good. Like I say, I reckon the reason why it's not running very good is because it's not got an exhaust on it. But as soon as we put one on this thing, it should have a bit of back pressure in there. We get the lambda sensor in it, and hopefully it'll be fine. These are the 2 downpipes on the off both the engines. That's the one off the 999cc, 1 litre, and that's the one off the other one. You can see it's slightly taller. Slightly taller because the block on this is slightly taller. So what I've got to do is just play around with these, basically just cut some off this one, weld it into this one maybe, and just make it a little more tall. What I would like to do is remove this wobbly bit and get rid of that, saw that off, and then add more pipe along the way and saw this one off and weld that end onto it, so it'll be a mixture of the two. This isn't until I can afford a stainless steel setup. Whatever. Should do the job. And there you've got your lambda sensor which plugs into there. Which is a bit of a bodge. I would have done it down here somewhere. You know, so you've not got crossing over from the 2 cylinders. So I would have done it down there, but Fiat knows best. Another thing as well I've spotted on this. Oops, take out the garage door. I don't know if you guys can see that very well, but check out the welding that's been done in that. Lovely, isn't it? It's like, should be a complete circle, but there's massive welding there which is restrictive. So yeah, I may have to grind all that out. Hey, fun stuff. And you compare it with that one, which has got no restrictions at all. Don't know how well that's coming out. You probably can't see it at all on the camera. Yeah, we'll see how it goes, guys and girls. But as far as it goes, the next job on the list of things to do is to come here, camera. Oh, I got my drive axle. I took a chip out of it, which I'm not happy about, but oh well. As you can see, I've done some welding in here. I need to paint it all. Welded all the bits in that needed doing. I need to paint it. It does need cavity waxing, but I'll do that at the end. And then I'll see about getting all the thingy bit back up again. The CV boot needs. So what I do in my CV boot to stop from dripping is I on the bead of the boot, taking the paint off all the way. On the bead of the boot here, I stick some silicone sealant around that, or some gas, instant gasket or something, just to stop it from, oh man, my paint, I'm taking it all off. Oh well. Let me go back in there. I'm really impressed by how nice and clean all the running gear is on this. I mean, look, it's like it's all brand new stuff. Even the bushes aren't perished. Beautiful. Yeah. Oh yes, and Mr. Andy Panda on the forum. Andy Panda 4x4 on the forum. I have to take them 3 bolts out there just to disconnect it from the rear gearbox mount. That's what I did. And I could get access. Nice and easy. Yes. Let me show you this engine anyway. You guys haven't seen it properly, have you? You did do, because my first video messed up. But there you go, that is the 1.2 engine, and we've had a bit of playing around with it. It wasn't working at all at some points, and then it was, and then it wasn't. And I got another ECU, but that one doesn't seem to work. You plug that ECU and it doesn't make the fuel pump work. I'm not sure why. That one's a 93 ECU. This is a 95 ECU, and if you read what it says on it, I'm not sure what half of that stuff means, but my guess is it's immobilised. It's just a guess though. I don't think it is, because it came off a car that didn't have an immobiliser built into it, because it was a 6F, and the 6Fs don't have immobilisers in them, from what I've been told. Oh well, this one seems to be working, and that's the one that's going to stay on it. So, yes, my swirl pot there, as you can see, guys and girls, it sits in there lovely. I need to just make a bit of a bracket for that so it holds it in, tie wrap it to something. And obviously that's just been wedged in there. It needs to have a bracket made for it, and I can do that. Mount it to the brackets where the coil used to sit on the carburetted engine. We've got a couple of bolts missing off this, look, as you can see. This has been taken off before by somebody else, and they've snapped off a lot of the bolt holes inside the actual plate. Makes me laugh, this plate does. You remove that plate, 3 bolts, there's one there, one here, and one exactly underneath that, under the coils. 10mm bolts. You remove that and you can get the access to put the distributor back on there again perfectly. Of course, there's just a hole there with a rubber gasket, a rubber O-ring in it. So you could easily put the thing back on. The only difference is you'd have to make another hole, well, or that. You could do that for the fuel pump, or you could just put an electric fuel pump on just to keep the carburetor primed. You'd have to change over your, obviously, intake manifold. Anyway, I need to go in the house. As you heard, my dinner was ready. Alright guys and girls, thanks for watching. There you go, it runs-ish. Just needs a bit more persuasion. A bit more playing with, and I think I'll get it to run sweet. Alright guys and girls, thanks for watching.